So let us understand what is the real nature of the human being from the perspective, from the ideology and philosophy of Vedant. It is the supreme work of humankind, supreme work. So before explaining this real nature of a human being, let us first explore the ideology of a religion. Why? Because it is very important for us to believe, right? If you do not believe, you are not going to practice it anyway. So what is the ideology of a religion? Our real nature, not the real nature, what I am talking about, but our nature, what we know, is influenced by our religious beliefs. And religion has an origin in the personification of powers of nature. Okay. Little bit complex knowledge I am using, but try to comprehend it. There is a power of nature. Religion personifies that power. There is a God. There is a Jesus. There is a Allah. There is a Ram. There is a Krishna. So it is a personification of divine power. Most of the religions, not all, but most of the religions are about personification of powers of nature. Religion means, when I say the religions, I'm talking about all the religions, or to be precise, majority of the religions are about struggle to transcend the limitations of the senses. Why? Because you will see chamatkar, you will see magic, you will see superhuman powers. So all is basically struggle to transcend our power of limited senses. Every religion, prophets, rishis got the wisdom, so-called, got the wisdom from their supersensuous and awakened state, which is more than a normal human being. And how normal human being is conscious? Either he is awake or he is dreaming. And when I say he means, I'm talking about the human being. So it is he and she. Either human being is awake or in dream or in deep sleep. Beyond that, human being is not going, but these divine powers are going beyond that. All religions, most of the religions. So there is a tremendous statement made by all the religions that this human mind at certain moments not only transcends the limitations of the senses, but also the power of reasoning. Why? Because there is a magic, there are chamatkars, there is drustant, right? There is something which is supernatural. So they are transcending even the power of reasoning. So it is very difficult to understand it by our existing power. Why? Because we do not have supernatural power. So then you have to subject to the faith. Because we do not have supernatural power, and these religious people or these prophets or rishis or gods have the supernatural power, so we pray to them. Bhakti Yoga. We go for Bhakti Yoga. We do not go for Jnana Yoga. We believe what is said in scriptures. But we have this ideal, Ram, Allah, Jesus. We have these ideals. And we always struggle to raise ourselves to that ideal, which is in our scriptures. All religions end is same. Christianity, Islam, Hindu, Jain, all religions go to the same truth. Only the paths are different. The way it is communicated is different. Rituals are different. Stories are different. End goal is same. This is where the power of Advait Vedant is coming. Advait Vedant do not talk about Hindu religion per se. It may be created in India. It may have been created by Hindu people, but it is not for Hindu people only. Vedant is all about humankind, not about Hindu people. It is talks only about humankind. What is the true nature of human being? How human being can transcend from a limited identity to infinite divine identity. That is what Vedanta is all about. Religion may be part of Vedanta, but Vedanta is about religion. Vedanta necessarily talks about a concept of body, mind, and Atma. But I call it as Atman, but actually it is Atma. So the body, mind, and Atman is a foundational ideology of Vedanta. We are not our body and mind, but we think that we are our body and mind. So now again, I'm going to the truth, and then I will try to explain you that is why what I said was the truth. And all is taken from the Ved and Vedant. So Hemant Lawanghare is basically communicating you the essence of Ved and Vedant. Whatever I am communicating to you, I know it in and out. There is no ambiguity in my mind. I know what I am saying. I believe it. I am at a level of Nididhyasan. So I have already crossed the stage of whether I am believing or not believing. I am believing. Whatever I am saying, I am believing. We think that time is as good as God. Everything is controlled by time. We think that everything is cause and effect. We are getting that effect because there is some cause, and between the cause and effect, there is a time. The cause to happens, time. Everything, our mind understands everything by time and causation. There has to be some event, there has to be some cause, there has to be some effect of the cause, and in between there has to be the time, and there has to be the event of the cause and effect. This is what is the limitation of the mind. Mind cannot transcend beyond the time and causation. Atman is beyond the time and causation. This is the principal idea. So the mind will never understand anything supernatural. Why? Because it is bound by time and causation. Anything which is not bound by time and causation, mind can't understand. So to understand Atman, we need to go into a very deep inquiry. That is where a bit of complexity comes from. But we will simplify it. Do not worry. I'm just setting the stage. I'm setting the stage just to let you know that this is the truth we are looking at, and we are now going to analyze this particular truth. So the real nature of human being is not body and mind, but the real nature of human being is divine. Very difficult to comprehend. Why? Because we are so earthly people and we have all this kind of desires, right? All these vasanas. And how can one say that is okay, we are part of the divine? It is difficult. Why? Because the mind cannot comprehend that. Mind is bound by time and causation, where the Atman is beyond the time and causation, and anything beyond the time and causation cannot be comprehended by the normal brain unless you are Jnana Yogi or Yogi for that particular matter, because you can transcend by any of the yogas. It can be Jnana Yoga, it can be Raja Yoga, it can be Bhakti Yoga, or it can be Karma Yoga. So unless you are yogi, you will never understand this. Either you will believe or disbelieve, but the believing and the disbelieving is not you embracing. It is not nididhasan, right? Believing or not believing is at a level of manan. Nididhasan is you experiencing it. That will never happen. Either you believe it, either you will say, okay, this is right or this is wrong. I believe it or I do not believe it. But that is not the real thing. Real thing is you experimenting with it and experiencing it, and you becoming one with the truth. That becoming one with the truth is the struggle. With your sharp intelligence, few of you will comprehend. Ah, okay, I understood. Okay, this is who we are. But that is like Abhimanyu going to the Chakravyuh but not coming back. It's a 50% of the wisdom. The 50% of the wisdom lies in you experimenting and experiencing it. Okay. Since I'm talking a lot, a question can come in your mind, whether it is practical or what we are talking. What is the application of it? Why we are talking what we are talking? There is a phenomenal utility of what I am talking. Especially in today's world, we have to measure everything by utility. What is the application? What is in it for me? What is the benefit? Suppose there is no utility. Will it be less truth? There is no utility, but there is a truth. Will you say, no, because there is no utility, I don't agree with the truth? No, the truth will remain truth. Whether you will utilize the truth or not is your prerogative. So utility is not the test of truth. Nevertheless, there is a highest utility of what we are learning today, Vedant and who am I, the real nature of human being. We seem to seek happiness. We all seem to seek happiness. Okay, there are few people who are not only after happiness, but it's a, if we ask 100 people, more than 80% people will believe that is okay. Our goal is to be happy, right? So the happiness seems to be what we are all seeking for. But majorly, we seek happiness from the temporary things, which are not real. All our happiness we try to seek in the temporary things. But the happiness cannot be found in the pleasures of our senses. It cannot be found, and that is the vicious circle. You get one pleasure, and once you are into that particular pleasure, the intensity of that pleasure goes down. You seek another pleasure, and you go into the vicious circle of keep looking for the happiness. It's a vicious circle. So the highest utility of this ideology of Vedanta and who am I is to not to look at happiness in the temporary objects and the things and the pleasures of the senses, but to look happiness in the spirit. Extraordinary application. If you do Manan, forget about Nidhi Dasan right now. If you do Manan, you will understand, oh my God, what is the application? That I am seeking happiness into the temporary things, object and senses, and that is the root cause of my sorrow or dissatisfaction. But the real happiness has to be acquired at a Atman level, at a spirit level. Is it not a less of application to understand where to look for happiness, if at all you are looking for happiness in the life, and you know that you are not getting the permanent happiness, and if this particular ideology and philosophy is giving you the secret of permanent happiness, is it not the real application? As soon as you think that I am this, I am a little body, I want to preserve my body, I want to protect it, I want to keep it nice, even at the expense of other bodies. That means you and I have become separate because I believe in my body. I believe that Hemant is this body. That belief itself is creating a wall between you and me. And as Vedant will explain you that I am not body and mind, and we all are one, we are all are part of the pure consciousness, will not the relationship and the way you look at the things will change? You will still work in the same company. You will still have the same salary. But your perception, the way you look at the things will transform. The way you deal with your relationships in life will transform. Is it not an extraordinary utility? Think deeply.